Hey, we're here at the Hans Herr House. Welcome you to our local legends project. The Hans Herr House was built here in 1719, and this is the beginning of our tour. Follow us.
Hello, I'm Clayton again, and this here is the big B Welk, and we're here at the Hans Herr House. It was built in 1719. As you can tell, that it's a stone brick house with a really pointed peak because when they came from Germany, they wanted sharp roofs because the snow would come off of them, and that's why they're real sharp. And you can tell that Germany used this type of style with this type of rock and concrete and stuff with the shutters that would close over the windows. And yeah.
Although we cannot show you inside today, I can assure you I've been in there before. It's very nice. They have everything. It's just like you'd be walking into 1719. It's very old style. You have a fireplace.
Huge fireplace.
Huge fireplace.
If you walk in, you could walk in, put your head up. I'm talking about this head, and look around.
Yeah, I really suggest anyone in the Lampeter Strasburg area, please stop and check them out.
And with a house, they would always have an orchard right next to it.
And a garden.
And a garden.
The husband would plow the garden.
And down below here, they would always have their well. And you go down here, you give it a good few pumps, and water would start coming out. And this is a Hans Herr House.
Hey, we're here again. Ben Welk, AM Lefevre. We're here to talk to you about the grinding stones.
Hello, in front of you you can see several types of millstones that would have been used in many mills all across the county in the 17 and 1800s.
They probably use these in other counties and states also. This is not just our county, just for reference points.
Back in the 17 and 1800s in this area and in much of America, milling was a very important process to all parts of life, agricultural and otherwise. Most of these millstones probably were used in what was called grist mills for processing grain into flour. Thank you, and we will now move on.
Hey, I'm Ben here, and we're here looking at old farm wagons. These are back here, early back when the Hans Herr House was first built. They used to use these. You name it, you could haul it one of these. They'd be built out of mainly wood, a little bit of steel. You get them wherever at your local wagon shop, you know, and very good construction. I mean, obviously they're still being used today for things and such.
And this is where you'd hook up the ass to the wagon here. And over here, this is also where you'd hook the ass up to the wagon. And it'd be something more like this. And, you know, you'd be trotting along, running like this and stuff. This would be more like your family type wagon. You know, like you chuck the kids in the back. This is more, you know, just like
your dump. This is like a 1700s dump truck right here.
Right. Well, hello, I'm Clayton Andrews, and this here is what the chicken houses used to look like back in the day. It's very different compared to nowadays. They just had enough chickens for like everyday eating, lay some eggs, chop the head off, get some meat out of them. Compared to nowadays high-end scale barns up there that hold 278,000 compared to 7 birds in one of these. So that's pretty much what the chicken situation was back in the day.
They're called a gunsmith shop or a blacksmith shop. This building such as this that would house a blacksmith or gunsmith shop was very common to the area. Just as little as 100 years ago, there are dozens of these probably scattered across the county where they would produce any of the tools they needed on the farm.
Any tool you need, any single tool.
Anything you needed.
Made out of metal, it's made here.
It's made here, right here at the blacksmith shop on the Hans Herr property.
And over yonder, as you can see, this would be your water trough, used for all your watering purposes.
Because the horses get thirsty.
And would the blacksmith use that to cool off their metal and stuff, or?
That is a strong possibility.
There might have been a bucket of water inside, though, that they could have.
And this is where they cook their bread and stuff. It'd take a while to heat up. good amount of time, and they'd put the wood in there, put the bread right there, and she'd get it cooking, and after a little bit, your bread would be made, and that's what they did. And it's kind of got like a little of a bit of a dome shape here, as you can see from the outside, and then just with a little chimney there, and that's pretty much how they cook the bread.
Good morning, A.M. Lefevre here, along with Mr. Clayton Andrews at the Hans Herr House. Clayton, where are we today?
Oh, we're at the Heine Weber Smokehouse the Hans Herr House.
We are at the smokehouse, yes sir, and they did a lot of smoking of various meat products way back in the day, all right here in the smokehouse to feed the family. Now actually, this smokehouse wasn't originally on this property. It came from the famous Weaverland Valley, okay, and was relocated here some years later to get the more full effect of the Hans, because there wasn't an original smokehouse here, or maybe the original one was torn down. So they moved this one here to show you and to show us what a smokehouse on the Hans Herr property might have looked like years ago.
So pretty much people would go out, find an animal, put a hole in it, kill it, breathe it in, gut it, and then put the meat in here, and it would dry it down, give it a smoky texture, and it would also help preserve it because it's get a lot of preservatives in it. So this is smokehouse, and you can see the racks and on the post.
If you move in here for close inspection, bring it on in here.
And then they'd have little fires and stuff going on in these bins, and just a little hole in the back there, and that's just about it. So that's the smokehouse.
We're smoking meat at the Hans Herr House.
Hey, we're here at the Longhouse. Ben Welk, Andrew Lefevre. Hey, this here is a fake rebuilding of the Longhouse. As you can see, it's plastic everything. It's screwed together, not even really that close, in my opinion. Not like the fake rubber wood, plastic wood, whatever this crap is. But anywho, this is what the Indians lived in. We learned about it in local history. Y'all love it. Y'all know it. We learned they live in these things. They smoke stuff. They chew stuff. They eat. It's kind of the whole experience.
And
houses such as these or other such individual Indian
This
dwellings might have
Not real.
might have been here when Hans Herr and his early Mennonite family and other settlers first settled in this area. They would have encountered possibly natives for sure, traded with them, lived among them for a period of time, perhaps. And they could have very well been neighbors, living in dwellings such as these or other such individual dwellings.
This is the real life size of what it would look like. I mean, that is tall. You need a crane to put this thing up, and they didn't even have cranes. They had hands. Hey, we're here with Remington Lance, neighbor to the Hans Herr House. So Remy, what's your favorite part of the Hans Herr House?
I like the blacksmith house where they used to make swords and such.
go! Oh, holy crap. Let's get out of here. Let's get out of here.
Special thank you to guest stars A.M. Lefevre and Remington Lance.